Good evening, students.
Good
Hope
evening.
you're able to get. Yeah. So we will get started. So what was the last topic we were seeing, guys? I remember explaining about the ray diagrams of a mirror. I'll be seeing the next topic, that is sign convention for reflection by spherical mirrors. Okay. So write down the heading as sign convention for reflection by spherical mirrors. Listen. So if I take any mirror, right? If I take a mirror, we know that the reflecting surface should always face the left-hand side. So this mirror has a pole associated, right? So this pole is taken as the origin. Any distance, see, basically we are going to deal with distances as we go to the next topic, okay? So if you talk about any distance which is measured on the left is taken as negative. So distances on left is negative, on right is positive. In a similar way, any distance measured in the upward direction is positive. Any distance measured in the downward direction is negative. Okay. So these are all the sign conventions that we are going to follow. Okay. Now listen. See. Let me read out the points that are given. Okay. So while dealing with the reflection of light by spherical mirrors, we shall follow a set of sign conventions called as the new Cartesian sign convention. So in this convention, what happens is the pole of the mirror is taken as the origin. The principal axis of the mirror is taken as the x-axis, x and x dash. And the sign conventions are as follows. See, generally the object is always placed to the left of the mirror. This implies that the light from the object falls on the mirror from the left-hand side. So all the distances parallel to the principal of axis are measured from the pole of the mirror, nothing but the origin. Okay. All the distances measured to the right of the origin are taken to be positive, while those measured to the left of the origin are taken as negative. Similarly, distances measured perpendicular to and above the principal axis are taken as positive, and distances measured perpendicular to and below the principal axis are taken as negative. Okay. So I hope you guys understood this, right? Now, there is a formula called as the mirror formula, which gives the relation between U, V, and F. Okay. So relation between U, V, and F is given by a mathematical equation, which is called as the mirror formula. And the formula is like this. 1 by V plus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F. Let me explain what does V mean. V means the image distance. Okay. U means object distance. And F obviously means focal length. Clear? So what I'm trying to say here is this image distance is nothing but the distance from the pole. Please write it down. Image distance is the distance of the image from the pole of the mirror. Okay. Similarly, if it is the distance of the object from the pole of the mirror, it's called as object distance, and it is represented by the symbol small u. Similarly, the distance of the image from the pole of the mirror is called as the image distance. It is represented by small b. And we already know what is focal length. So the relation between these three quantities, 1 by V plus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F, is what is called as the mirror formula. You obviously don't need the derivation for this. Okay, you can forget about deriving this, so you need not worry about it. The next question is, when you solve this problem, okay, this formula is valid in all situations for all types of spherical mirrors for all positions of the object. But one important point to be kept in mind is you need to apply the new Cartesian sign convention while substituting the values of U, V, F, and R in the mirror formula for solving problems. Means, according to that particular situation, we need to use the sign conventions for all known quantities. I would like to add a point here. Sign convention to be applied only for known quantities. Means for unknown, you will not apply any sign convention. The problem itself will take care of it. Please make a note of all these points. Okay. Done?
Yes, sir.
Next. So there is a formula, there is another term called as magnification, or more technically, it is also called as linear magnification, which is not used, generally used in your 10th standard. Okay. So here, what does magnification mean? So last class, if you remember, we would have drawn ray diagrams and I would have asked you about the nature of the image, the position of the image, and the extent to which the image has got magnified. So we use the words like the image is magnified or diminished, highly magnified or highly diminished. Do you guys remember this? So every time a situation is given to you, okay, suppose I ask you a problem, I give you a numerical, I cannot expect from you that you draw the ray diagram for that scenario and tell me what is the magnification. Sometimes we need to come with some simple expression where we are able to get a number as an output, which will tell us whether the image has got magnified or diminished. Okay, that term is what we call it as linear magnification. So basically, linear magnification produced by a spherical mirror gives the relative means a comparative extent to which the image of an object is magnified with respect to the size of the object. Okay, means if suppose I have a pen which is placed in front of a mirror and this pen is having a height h. If the image formed is of this size, and let me call this height to be h dash, then if you are able to say how much has the image got magnified, that is h dash, with respect to the object, then this particular parameter is what we call it as magnification. Okay, means basically magnification's definition is like this. It is expressed as the ratio of the height of the image to the height of the object, and it is usually represented by the letter small m. Clear? So this is the formula, guys. Make a note. Okay. So the basic definition of magnification is height of the image to the height of the object. Okay, that is h dash divided by h. But it is important to note that the magnification m is also related to the object distance and the image distance, which is generally expressed as minus v by u. So there are two formulae, guys. M is equal to always h dash divided by h, and this is also equal to negative of, and this is also equal to negative of v divided by u. Okay. So the minus is already there in the formula. So here also an important condition to be noted is while solving the problems, you need to apply sign convention. So students, tell me, is there any doubt till whatever we discussed? Is everything clear till this step?
Yes.
Good. Now, let's take an important point into consideration. So you may note that the height of the object is taken to be positive as the object is usually placed above the principal axis. See, by default, H is generally taken as positive unless it is mentioned in the question. Okay. So based on that, you can say H dash is positive if image is virtual. Similarly, H dash is negative if the image is real. So what I'm trying to say is H is positive always, whereas H dash is positive when it is virtual, negative when it is real. Okay. So from this logic, let's try to understand one thing. If M is equal to positive divided by positive, means H dash is positive and H is by default positive. So if magnification comes out to be a positive value, what can you conclude from this? When will H dash be positive, guys? Only when the image formed is virtual. So it is important to note that if the magnification value is positive, okay, the magnification value is positive, then it indicates that the image is virtual. Whereas if M is equal to negative divided by positive and it comes out as a negative value, then it means a real image. Guys, are you able to understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I hope everybody is making the short notes. So with all the knowledge that we have gathered, we are going to solve problems. Listen. So a convex mirror used for rear view of an automobile has a radius of curvature of 3 meters. If a bus is located at 5 meters from the mirror, find the position, size, and nature of the image. Now listen to this carefully, guys. So you have a convex mirror, right? So convex mirror has a pole here, focus here, radius of curvature here. So as I told you, any distance taken on the right hand side is positive. So radius of curvature of a convex mirror is positive. Always. So radius of curvature of a convex mirror is positive. But the bus is somewhere over here. Okay. Bus is on the left hand side. So U is going to be negative. Guys, are you able to understand? So R is positive, U is negative. Then what about V? So for whatever is an unknown, you're not supposed to apply sign convention. Now comes an important point. 1 by V plus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F. Right? That is what the mirror formula is. But we know that F is equal to R by 2. If I take and substitute it here, then I'll get 1 by V plus 1 by U is equal to 2 by R. Students, are you able to understand? So 1 by V plus 1 by U is equal to 2 by R. So 1 by V is an unknown. Plus 1 by U is how much, guys? It is minus 5 is equal to 2 divided by R is how much? It is plus 3. Okay. So you should write the values, and before that you need to ensure that all the units are same. Okay. So 1 by V is equal to 2 by 3 plus 1 by 5. When I take LCM, I get 10 divided by 15 or 2 divided by 3. So 1 by V is 2 by 3. V is equal to 3 by 2, which is 1.5 meter. Ten plus 3, 13 by 15. Sorry. It's 13. Yes, it is 13 divided by 15. And V will be equal to 15 divided by 13. How much is it? It is 1.15 meter. Now here, you need to make an important note. What is the sign of V? V is positive. So when the value of V is positive, what do you understand? The image is
nature is
formed on the
virtual.
other because the image is formed on the right of the mirror. It can be positive. So the image formed is virtual. So the image is formed at the back of the mirror. Okay, that is V. What about the size? So nature also we found. Nature it is virtual because positive sign of the image distance tells that the image formed is virtual. Now what about magnification, guys? Magnification is equal to, is it not minus V by U? Why am I using the formula of minus V by U in this case? Why am I not using H dash by H?
Because we don't know the height.
Very good. We don't know the height. In this question, they have not given. They only gave the object and the image distances. So M is equal to minus of B is how much? 1.15 divided by U is how much? It is minus 5. U is minus 5, no? So you take this, minus and minus will get cancelled. 1.15 divided by 5 is going to be 0.23. So 0.23 is less than 1. So magnification less than 1 means it is a diminished image. Okay, please make a note of this point. If the magnification is greater than 1, then what is the meaning? It is magnified. When magnification is less than 1, it is diminished. When magnification is equal to 1, it is of the same size. I repeat, M greater than 1, enlarged. M less than 1, diminished. M is equal to 1, same size. Over?
Yes, sir. Done, sir.
Try the next one. Okay, before that, before trying, no, I just want to give you a way of thinking. So here, what are the mirror they used? They used a convex mirror. Okay. So last class we saw ray diagrams, right? So how many ray diagrams did we see for concave mirror? For concave mirror,
sir.
how many did we see? 6.
Sir,
For
6.
convex, we saw 2. Yes. For convex, we saw 2, right? What are the two positions? One is when the object is at infinity, and the second is when the object is anywhere in front of the mirror, right? So what was the important property that convex mirror exhibited? Convex mirror always forms a virtual image. Secondly, it always forms a diminished image. Do you guys remember this? It is because of that property only it is used in the rear view of mirrors, right? So what I'm trying to say is, if at all any problem is based on convex mirror, then you need to ensure that the magnification is always less than 1. If at all while solving the problem for a convex mirror, you get magnification greater than 1, that is the biggest mistake. Means you have done something wrong. You will never get it. You will never. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Shall I rub this? Now listen. So listen, there is an object 4 centimeter in size. So height of the object is 4 centimeter, is placed at 25 centimeter in front of a concave mirror. U is equal to 25 centimeter in front of a concave mirror. Okay. Of focal length 15 centimeter. At what distance from the mirror should a screen be placed in order to obtain a sharp image? Means they are indirectly asking what is the image distance, find the nature and size. Okay, now listen to this carefully, guys. Listen to this. Height of the object is 4 centimeter, accepted. So this is how a concave mirror is going to look like. P. Height of the object is 4 centimeter. Okay. Object distance is 25 centimeter. U is equal to 25 centimeter. So what is the thing I need to add? It is on the left of the mirror. So is it not minus?
So minus 25.
Similarly, yes. Similarly, the focal point, focus is at a distance of 15 centimeter. So focus in the case of a concave mirror is also negative. So if focus is at a distance of 15 centimeter, center of curvature will be at a distance of 30 centimeter. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Sir, can you repeat once more, sir?
If the focal length is 15 centimeter, radius of curvature will be 30. Why? Because F is equal to 2R.
Yes,
Sorry,
sir.
R is
2 hours.
equal to R is equal to F. Sorry, R is equal to 2F.
Yes, sir.
30. So when the object is placed at a distance of 25 centimeter, what kind of a scenario is this? It is a scenario where the object is placed between the center of curvature and the focus. So where should the image be formed, guys? This is where the experience of ray diagrams will help us to understand. Where will the image be formed?
Sir, between focus and center of curvature.
Think and tell me, revisit. No, for a concave mirror, there are 6 ray diagrams.
Behind center of curvature.
It should be formed. Can you repeat it? Your voice broke. It should be formed beyond the center of curvature. See, when the object is placed between center of curvature and focus, listen, guys. You need to practice this, okay? When the object is placed between the center of the image is formed beyond C. Right? So all these things should be in your mind. See, generally, from my experience, what I understand, the mistake the students do is they treat ray diagram as a separate concept, problems as a separate concept. That is why they struggle. But try to understand, if you apply the logic of ray diagrams here by practicing them more, you will understand whether your answer is right or wrong. You know why I asked this question? If you know the ray diagram, see, for example, in this case, I found 25 centimeter is lying between F and C because C is at 30, F is at 15. Okay. So the object is placed between center of curvature and focus. So from the ray diagram concept, I know that the minimum value of image distance I'm supposed to get should be how much? What do you think? What can you expect the answer to be? Will you expect the answer to be less than 30, greater than 30, or equal to 30? Why am I taking 30? Because 30 is the radius of curvature. What does the ray diagram say, guys? Now apply all the dots, no? Connect all the dots.
So greater than 30.
It should be greater than 30. But what will happen sometimes if you do a mistake and you get the answer less than 30, you can immediately correct it in your exam. You can find out what is your mistake. right? So it is always worth to know the logic behind all these things. I hope I'm clear, guys.
Yes,
Right?
sir.
Now see, 1 by v plus 1 by u is 1 by f. Only one formula, there is nothing else. Right? So what is unknown? For unknown, we are not going to apply sign convention, which implies 1 by v is undisturbed, plus 1 divided by u is minus 25. Minus 25 is equal to 1 divided by f is how much? It is minus 15. Correct? Now will you be able to solve this? 1 by v is equal to 1 by 25 minus 1 by 15. That is minus 10 divided by 25 into 15. Okay, this goes 2 times, this goes 3 times. So minus 2 divided by 75 is 1 by v, but v will be minus 75 by 2, which is minus 37.5 centimeters. So is our answer right or wrong? So we can at least 90% be sure that the answer is wrong, right, because the value we got for v is greater than 30. You can ask me, don't forget the minus sign. Okay, minus sign has something to do with sign convention. But what is the distance? Distance is 37.5. So we are right. I hope you're able to understand. So v is equal to minus 37.5 centimeter. Hence, the screen should be placed at a distance of 37.5 centimeters from the mirror. And what does the negative sign indicate, guys? V is negative, implies it's a
real image.
It's a real image. Okay. So we have found two things. We found V, we found nature. Now, what can we say about the size? So for size, we are going to use magnification. Right. So they are asking what is the size of the image. They gave the size of the object. So formula is m is equal to h dash divided by h naught. Okay. Which implies m is equal to h dash is what we okay. 1 minute. But we don't know the magnification also. H dash divided by h naught, which is also equal to minus v by u. Right? Which implies h dash is equal to minus v by u into h. Accepted? So minus is in the formula. Let's not disturb it. Minus of what is the value of v, guys? V is
minus 37.5.
very good. I was expecting that minus. So minus of minus 37.5 divided by u is minus
Minus 25.
minus 25 into what is the value of h dash? Sorry, h. Height of the object is given as 4 centimeters. Okay. So generally what happens is 37.5 and all those things will confuse, no? 37.5 we got it from 75 by 2. So here minus and minus will get cancelled. Minus of 75 by 2 divided by 25 into 4. This and this will get cancelled. So minus, then 2 will get cancelled. Minus 6 centimeter is the answer. Here minus sign indicates that the image is inverted, and we know the fact that real images are always inverted. And what about the size of the image? Size of the image is 6.
Enlarged.
So it is enlarged. And that's what happens, you know, when the image is formed beyond C, the image is real, inverted, and enlarged. So is the theory matching with this problem? Yes. I hope I'm clear. Shall we move on to the next problem? So today we'll concentrate only on mirror formula. Refraction, we'll see it in the next class. No hurry. Okay. Next. Find the focal length of a convex mirror whose radius of curvature is 32. So for a convex mirror, radius of curvature is 32. Is it positive or negative, guys? For a convex mirror, radius of curvature is positive or negative?
Sir, negative.
convex ra. This is how a convex mirror looks like. Radius of curvature will be on the right hand side, no?
So yes, sir. Positive, sir.
It is positive. So plus 32. So focal length will be plus 16. Clear? So radius of curvature is plus 32 and the focal length is plus 16 centimeter. Next. There is a concave mirror which produces 3 times magnified real image of an object placed at 10 centimeter in front of it. Where is the image located? It's very simple. Magnification is equal to minus V divided by U. Okay. So how much is the magnification they gave? Then they told it's a concave mirror. It's placed, it produces 3 times magnified image. So 3 is the magnification is equal to minus of, they told real image. So real image means magnification is negative only. V divided by, for a real image of an object which is placed at 10 centimeter, V divided by 10. So V is equal to how much? Minus 30 centimeter. So for a concave mirror, which produces a magnification of 3 units, it doesn't have units, sorry, which produces a magnification of 3, should have its image, when the object is placed at 10 centimeters on the mirror, will produce an image at minus 30 centimeters. Okay. Now we will go to some exercise problems which involves let's try to answer this. The image formed by a concave mirror is observed to be virtual, erect, and larger than object. Where should be the position of the object? It's a simple question. So a concave mirror will form a virtual image only at one position. Where is it?
Between pole and
Between the pole and the focus. And the virtual image shows an important property. What is it? It is enlarged. Okay. So the only possibility of you producing a virtual and enlarged images by taking the object and placing it in front of a concave mirror between the focus and the pole. So answer is what? D. Okay. Third, where should an object be placed in front of convex lens? Oh, lens leap. Next. Spherical mirror and spherical lens. Okay. Fifth one. No matter how far you stand from a mirror, your image always appears erect. So what is the answer? Wherever you stand in front of the mirror, okay, your image is always erect. Erect means it is always virtual.
Convex.
So this is where we go wrong. We don't think. It can either be a plane mirror or it can be plane or convex. Revisit. No, plane mirror also forms a virtual image. Okay. Next. Seventh one. We wish to obtain an erect image of an object using concave mirror of focal length 15. Okay, by now you should have understood. Even before you read the question completely, we wish to obtain an erect image of an object using what mirror? Using concave mirror of focal length 15 centimeter. What should be the range of the distance of the object from the mirror? So when can a concave mirror produce a virtual image? We discussed just now. When you place it between the pole
Between
and the
pole and
focal.
focus, sir.
Pole and focus. So what should be the range? So if the pole is taken as 0, then the focal point will be at 15. So you can place the object between 0 to 15 centimeter, correct? That is a range. I hope I'm clear. Next. What is the nature of the image? They told erect image. Erect image means it by default it should be virtual. It is virtual. Next. Is the image larger or smaller than object? You tell me. It is larger because there's only case where you can produce a virtual image which is magnified. Draw a ray diagram to show the image formation in this case. This we have already seen in the previous class, so I'm not explaining it. Okay. So this part, I want you to read the textbook and then try to find the answer. Next. Let's see the, oh sorry, 10th is based on lens. We'll see the 12th one. An object is placed at a distance of 10 centimeter from a convex mirror of focal length 15 centimeter. Find the position and nature of the image. Guys, 2 minutes time, solve it and tell me. 6:10 is the time, by 6:12 I'll ask you. Do it fast. What is the answer, guys?
Sir, is it 6 centimeter?
Okay, let me check. So U is how much? 10 centimeter. Focal length is 15 centimeter. Tell me the sign. U is negative. F is positive. So 1 by V plus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F. So 1 by V is equal to 1 by 15. Okay, I'll write one more step. 1 by V plus 1 by minus 10 is equal to 1 by 15, which implies 1 by V is equal to 1 by 15 plus 1 by 10. How much is the answer? 25 divided by 150. Correct, 6. So
Okay,
1
sir.
by V is equal to this thing. So V is equal to 6 centimeter. Correct. So find the position and nature of the image. Position is 6 centimeter. Nature is virtual and erect. Suppose they ask you magnification. Magnification is going to be 6 by 10, which is 0.6. 0.6 is also less than 1. Right. 13th. The magnification produced by a plane mirror is +1. What does this mean? So first of all, magnification is positive. It represents virtual image. Right? Magnification is positive. It's a virtual image. Second, 1 tells you what? That the size of the object is equal to the size of the image. Clear, guys? Next. 14th one. An object 5 centimeter in length is placed at a distance of, just a minute. An object 5 centimeter in length is placed at a distance of 20 centimeter in front of a convex mirror. So U is equal to minus 20. See, one thing I want to tell, H naught is always positive and U is always negative. Okay, U is equal to minus 20 centimeter in front of a convex mirror of radius of curvature 30 centimeter. Find the position of the image, its nature and size. So 1 by V plus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F. So 1 by V plus 1 by U is minus 20 is equal to 1 by F is 1 by 30 by 2. Why did I write 30 by 2? Because F is equal to R by 2. So 1, which implies 1 by V is equal to 1 by 20 plus 1 by 15. So it is going to be 35 divided by 300 and V will be equal to 300 divided by 35, which is definitely a value which is less than 10. Because 350 by 35 is going to be 10, 300 by 35 is less than 10. So these many centimeter is the position of the image. Nature and size. Nature is virtual and direct. What about size, guys? So size is equal to minus of V by U, which is nothing. Oh, they asked size, no? That is H dash divided by H naught is equal to minus V by U. H dash is equal to minus of V is how much? 300 divided by 35 divided by U is minus 20 into H naught is how much? 5. So this will go 7 times. This and this will get cancelled. Minus and minus are gone. 15 divided by 7. 15 divided by 14. I'm supposed to get. But it is always diminished. Sorry, 3 divided by 14. Wait. H dash divided by H naught is equal to minus V by U. So here you have a minus. V is how much? This 300 divided by 35 divided by U is minus 20 into 5 plus 4. This will go 4 times. Oh, sorry. There's height of the image. No, sorry. That's right. I was thinking magnification. So 4 is will go 2 times 150. It goes 75. So 75 divided by 35, or this is 15 divided by 7. 2 point something. If you observe 2 point something, it is less than 5. So it is a diminished image. So these many centimeter is the answer. Okay. The last problem for the day is 15th one. An object of size 7 centimeter is placed at a distance of 27 centimeters. So U is equal to minus 27 centimeter in front of a concave mirror of focal length 18. So concave mirror focal length is negative. At what distance from the mirror should a screen be placed so that the sharp focused image can be obtained? Find the size and nature of the image. An object of size. So height of object is 7 centimeter. U is minus 27 centimeter. F is minus 18 centimeter. So V is equal to how much? 1 by V plus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F. So 1 by V plus 1 by U is how much? Minus 27 is equal to 1 divided by minus 18. So 1 by V is equal to 1 by 27 minus 1 by 18. So 18 minus 27 divided by 27 into 18, which is minus 9 divided by 27 into 18. Cancel it 2 times. Minus 1 by 54. So V is equal to minus 54 centimeter. So let's verify whether it is right. It is a concave mirror of focal length how much? 18. So if the focal length is 18, how much will be the radius of curvature? It will be 36. So object is placed at 27, means it is placed between C and F. Where will the image be formed? It should be formed beyond C, and beyond C it is 54, which is right. You need not even verify the answer. Minus 54. 90% you are right. Only for the number you need to verify. Okay. So size, nature. Nature is what? Real and inverted. What about the size, guys? H dash divided by H naught is equal to minus of V divided by U. So minus is the formula. V is minus 54, U is minus 20 into H naught. H naught is how much? 7. So minus and minus will get cancelled. Minus 54 into 7 divided by 20, or this will go 27 times and this will go 10 times. 49, 4, 189 divided by 10. So it is going to be minus 18.9 centimeter. The negative sign here indicates that the image is inverted. Clear, guys? Is everyone clear?
Yes, sir.
Oh. So that's all for today's class. Next class, we will start refraction. Okay. Before that, I want you all to practice these problems and come practice them again. If possible, I'll share a worksheet. Solve that also, which is based. So in the worksheet, solve the problems which are based only on mirror. Next class, we will see refraction. Okay. There is no doubt we can wind up. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.